Hello everyone, and welcome to Fellows in Arms. Sorry about the delays. We've been fixing so much, like you don't even know. Today we're gonna have an arms crew battle, which is gonna be Fellows in Arms versus the French team, or the French kind of national team. And with me I have Akio. Hello.
Hello.
Both of us are actually in Fellows in Arms in the actual team, so we'll kind of do this as well as we can. And basically, if I'm gonna join the game, I'll let Akio talk in the same frame. But before we start, we wanted to show you guys the actual rules for the game, so you know what's up, so we don't just like go right into this team battle without not even having any knowledge about it. So I'll play the video for you, and if you are unsure about anything, you can watch this rules video on my YouTube channel as well. You can find that under the stream. So we'll jump right to that, and then after that we're gonna go to the first match basically. So stick around, and we'll start shortly.
Okay.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Fellows in Arms. Today I'm going to explain to you the crew battle rule system that I've come up with, and it's something that I've been working on and taking inspiration from other games, and I think it's a really interesting setup, so I wanted to make this video to showcase to you how it is, how it works, and why you use different aspects of it. So to begin, a crew battle is a 5 versus 5. There are two teams that pick 5 players each, and the match will be best out of 9. You can see it as a best out of 9, or that every team has 5 HP. Now this means that every player represents 1 health. Every player has 1 health, so that makes up for the 5 health that each team has. And when one player loses, they lose their health, and the team loses their health as well. So in the initial fight, both teams will have 5 HP, and then once one of the players loses, they lose their HP and they lose team HP. So basically that player is knocked out and can't play again. For every match, the team will choose their player, and in the first match there will be a blind pick, so both teams have no idea what they're up against, so they'll just have like a first player. Now, in this game, it'll be a best out of 3 tournament standard, so in game it'll be 3 best of 3s in rounds, but for the match or game that will be a best out of 3. In these rounds, the players can choose any arm. It doesn't matter what they choose, and they don't have to announce the other player. But when one of the players wins the best of 3, and the team loses their health and the player gets knocked out, that player who wins has to stick with their arms setup for the first game out of the next best of 3. This is to kind of entice players or teams to choose counter picks to the other player. And this is how it will work. Now, the stage striking rules will be up to the players and up to the teams. The main focus here is how the actual team system works. Since this is a best out of 9, you can have one player basically all kill the other team. And what that means when I say all kill is when a player fights in the first game and then goes on to win every game of against the other team. So that'll be the one team will just face one player. So you won't, if a player doesn't lose, that player won't switch, basically. Another thing that I wanted to introduce to this system is a revive feature. And another thing that could happen, since it's a best out of 9, is that you revive one player. And reviving basically means that you have 1 revive per team, and you can use that for any player that has been knocked out, but you can only use the revive once during the entire best out of 9. So, for example, you could have perhaps picked your best player as your first player, and that player gets knocked out. then later on in the match, the other team has a player that you know is a good counter pick, then you can revive your player and put them up against your opponent. Now this also means that one player will kind of or if you have several people in the team, like, will not be able to play that other round. But that's the basics of this system, and I really hope that you enjoy this and can use it in your own tournaments and crew battles. Perhaps this won't work, but this is a test, so this will be version 1 or version 0.1. If it's bad, we'll just have a community discussion about it, and hopefully we can update it. So thank you for listening to this, and hopefully we can have some more crew battles of ARMS in the future. So see you guys next time. And there you go. So those are the rules for this match. We hope that it will be enjoyable, because it's the first time we try this. It's been a mix of a lot of different games coming into these rules, StarCraft and Tekken being amongst the inspiring parts. We already have the first match set up for you, but first of all I just wanted to quickly show you the bracket, which we also have. It's right here. So what's gonna happen is that when a player gets defeated, that player will be crossed out on this little board I prepared here for you guys. And the first match is looking to be Chanukah versus Gassaway. Of course, we already knew that it was going to be Chanukah playing, but it's going to be that for the first match. And what were the picks for the maps, Akio?
So to start, Gassaway banned Mausoleum and DNA Lab. Chanukah then banned Buster Beach, and so it looks like we're going to the Spring Stadium to begin.
Okay, sounds good. I actually think, yeah, we're ready to start. We'll just go for it. So this is going to be the first game.
Let's go.
A best out of 3 between the first players here. Chanukah being a Twintel player, as we know, and Gassaway actually been playing and switching it up a lot between Min Min and Bite and Bark, so it's going to be interesting. Yeah, it's going to be interesting for us to actually see what he picks now. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. We're heading into the
Let's see.
Match. It's
Min Min. Gonna be Min Min.
All right.
So what do you think about the Twintel Min Min matchup?
Twintel Min Min matchup. It's been really kind of difficult to say, because hold on a second, I'm just fixing the... There we go. It's been difficult to say, because they're both very strong characters. It's like the ones that we always see in the top, at least in the West. A lot of people are playing Min Min and Twintel, so it's been like 50-50 for me. What are your opinions?
I definitely see a lot more Min Mins here in the US. Twintel is popular though. I think one thing to keep in mind is that Min Min really prefers to keep the speed over Twintel, which she has, but at the same time, Twintel has her Actress Aura, you know, which kind of forces Min Min to slow down. So it's kind of an interesting dynamic between both of them. It'll be interesting to see exactly what happens here, how both of these players are going to use their abilities against each other.
Yeah, really good rush there from Chanukah. I think it's not very usual to see double grenades from Twintel. It's been a combo that I've been seeing a lot of on other characters, like Ribbon Girl when you're by yourself. But also for other people, especially in the Japanese tournament. So it just seems like a strong arm overall. Now it's looking to kind of pick up and see who's going to take the first round here. It's looking very even, actually.
Yeah, staying dead even right now. It's going to come down to the next 2 or 3 hits, or possibly even a grab. Gassaway is getting dangerously close to having a full super, but Chanukah's getting there.
Ooh.
Okay, a little bit of a scary exchange right there on the springboard. It's always scary when both players just start tossing out hits.
and that's interesting. Chanukah decided to go for that rush there, which was kind of...
he just wanted to finish it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if that comes back to bite him, because now he has like no rush at all, and Gassaway is just kind of has a free reign if he uses it early. So
Gassaway is going to have that mental pressure the entire time that he has it.
And he uses it
Oh,
very quickly.
there it is.
But the Tri-Bolt is super slow. I think he switched to the Tri-Bolt this round as well.
Yeah, Tri-Bolt Toast.
Yeah, it was Thunderbird.
Tri-Bolt Toaster, usually something you see on a Springman, not usually something you see on a Min-Min, actually.
Yeah. I've seen a few people use the Shillas instead of the Toaster, but I mean, it's looking pretty one-sided now for Chanukah after that kind of failed rush. I mean, he gets the grab in there, but it's kind of a long way to go now.
Both of these players actually are kind of using unusual glove combinations. Like you were saying, double nades on Twintel, not really something you see a lot. Usually you'll see Chillas, Thunderbirds, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And Min-Min too. Min-Min usually sticking with a Ram almost every Min-Min, but yeah, very unusual arm picks, but I mean, it's working out for both of them, so can't complain, you know.
And especially Chanukah getting, he got at least one hit in there from his rush, but now he gets...
Unfortunately, it was cancelled.
Yeah, now he just gets... Oh,
and that's it.
Yeah, finishes off with a grab there in the end. And that's going to be 1-0 to Chanukah and Fellows in Arms. Kind of yay, but well played from Gassaway. And we're gonna go back to like picks of maps.
Okay.
And since I can't, I can't really watch the chat, I'll get the updates from you, Akio.
Yep, I'm going to be watching.
I think, but kind of trying to look at this kind of objectively is, it was really, it was really fun seeing Chanukah going with that kind of grenade style, because it kind of begs the question, like, can you use basically strong arms on any character and make it viable? Because a lot of that's like, if you take the example of the Japanese players, for example, like they've all been using the Blorb. Oh, now seems like you disconnected there, Akio. Everything okay?
Oh, let me get back on. Yep. Sorry, second time it's done that. Oh, and real quick, Chanukah has banned Mausoleum and DNA.
Okay.
So Gassaway is picking really quickly.
Okay.
Let me just join back.
Because a lot of the Japanese players, they're using Blorb a lot, and but it seems to be kind of not depending on the character. Everyone's just kind of using it. And
looks like we're going to Buster Beach.
Buster Beach. All right, I'll put that in the rules. And here in the West, we've been seeing a lot of kind of Thunderbirds and Ramrams. Not Ramrams a lot lately, actually, but Thunderbirds and Tri-Bolts has been kind of common theme, I would say.
Yeah. Gassaway sticking with Min-Min. Would you consider Min-Min Gassaway's main, or is he pretty even with Bite and Bark?
It's if I'm gonna be honest, it's been really hard to kind of read him. He's really kind of likes to be sarcastic and fool around on the Discord.
Yeah.
It might be that he's kind of choosing Min-Min based on the characters that he's facing, which right now I'm kind of wondering about, since it wasn't going very well. Oh, it almost looked like he broke the grab there, but...
Yeah, looks like I did get disconnected again. I don't know what's going on. If it's an issue with our connection or something, but...
We'll get into the next round there with you.
Yeah.
But so...
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Chanukah using that rush, getting the full rush on Gassaway with both punches there.
Nice.
Gassaway now is on half a bar left. Chanukah 1.5. Gassaway also has a rush, so if he gets that in... Oh, he actually had a really good opportunity to use the rush, but he gets it anyways. He stunned Chanukah there for a second, but chose not to use the rush. I wonder if that was like just because he was confident, or if he just like, no, I'll use it later. But I felt like he could have gotten the win like straight away there.
Yeah, using your rush is kind of an interesting mind game. Like we were saying before, you know, just having it is kind of enough pressure to keep the enemy on edge.
Yeah.
And then again, if you're close enough to finishing off the other player, it's kind of this issue of, well, I can just use it to end a match really quickly, or I can save it for the next round if I think I'm going to lose.
Yeah, and Gassaway is now, he got in like 2 or 3 Thunderbirds very kind of convincingly and reading Chanukah very well there. It looks like Chanukah really has to kind of do some mix-up, because Gassaway is starting to kind of adapt to him. It might be that the first game frame was just kind of like
an opportunity to read Chanukah. Now Chanukah is actually kind of stepping back into it. Both are kind of equally similar in health and have a rush. Chanukah is gonna get grabbed though. And oh, he's only on 1 pixel of health. He still is in this. He uses the rush. Oh, he used the rush kind of in a desperate attempt, but it wasn't enough. Gassaway was just like able to jump over and get that 1-1.
Yeah, that's another thing you have to keep in mind. You know, when you're going to use the rush at the very end of your life, there's a kind of like, I can use this right now, maybe even it up, maybe finish it off, but if I get knocked out of it or if it doesn't work out for me, I don't have it for the next round, you know? So
No.
you kind of have to make bargains with yourself internally.
Exactly.
Gassaway is banning Spring and Sky.
Yeah, you're able to get back into the the game now if you want to.
Yeah, I restarted ARMS. I think it might just been an issue with their internet. So I don't know what's going on, but
Just make sure to tell them that they'll wait, so we don't get started without you.
yeah, they haven't picked a
Okay,
stage yet.
that's good.
Man, I hope I can stay in this. I want to watch. It's exciting.
Yeah. And now, unfortunately, I haven't been able to kind of read into more of like what map is better for who in this game. If I'm gonna be honest, it seems like
Until Min, I'm not sure.
yeah, because like usually Min is kind of like they want that initial kind of distance, so they get the free dragon arm, but now like Buster Beach was a very kind of close range arena, and Gassaway still was able to get both of the rounds there. I think it was kind of a combination of the grabs that he was getting, just basically just reading Chanukah very well. Unfortunately for us in Fellows in Arms, but fortunately for the French team, who
Right.
is it's basically gonna be.
We're going to Ninja College, by the way.
All right, we're going to Ninja College. Whose pick was that?
That was Chanukah's pick.
All right, that's interesting.
I finally was able to reconnect here. I'm not sure. I know that Gassaway has the worst internet out of all of us, but I don't know if he's not hosting it, so I don't know if that would really affect.
No, probably not. Okay, so we're going to Ninja College, and if you guys are just tuning in, I don't think I've said that before either, but we're playing with the Up in Arms kind of stage pick select, which unlike the other most tournaments, which don't allow Ninja Park and Cinema, this one does. So the only one that's not allowed is Snake Park.
Yep. Every stage is legal except Snake Park. So interesting because you know it kind of opens up these counter picks that normally you don't have the opportunity for in a normal bracket.
Yeah, and we see a switch up from Chanukah actually going for the Thunderbird instead of double grenade now.
More classic twin tail arm.
Yeah.
And Gassaway as well, switching to a Thunderbird, which is pretty popular on Min-Mins, I would say. It's put to pretty well use. You see players like Miao using it a lot on Min-Min, so.
Yeah. Now Chanukah is choosing to kind of, like he seems like he is liking this slow game. Like when Gassaway gets into this kind of pressure area, he seems to be having troubles reading him. But when it's just like at a distance, oh, that was very quick. He almost cancelled that rush with the grenade there. I feel like it's going well for Chanukah. His health doesn't reflect that, but the actual like flow of the game right now says it.
Yeah, Chanukah definitely wants his space. I feel like that's the main reason he would have gone to Ninja College, just because he has all that room to really back off if he wants to.
It was kind of interesting to see that Chanukah actually allowed Gassaway to get that dragon arm when he was in range. It's one of those things that you really have to watch out for when you're facing an enemy player. Now I don't think he's gonna have enough time here to actually finish this off.
Yeah, Chanukah's kind of dangerously close low.
So
Yep, that's gonna be it.
that was kind of interesting because now that slow game that he was looking for actually made him lose in the end there. Like he wanted that distance, but then again he didn't get that damage into make it worth it.
He didn't have enough time to actually close that distance and
Yeah.
finish Gassaway off.
Yeah, ironically. Whoa, that was a good air shot there. Can you say air shot in ARMS? Is that a thing?
I think so.
It's like a big shooter term, but like we're still at this point in ARMS where people are like kind of using different terms for everything. So
Yeah.
oh, that was an interesting cancel. The grenade actually like bounced back onto Chanukah there.
Right.
Both are just kind of fading blows now.
Yeah, ARMS is a very neutral-heavy game. It makes for a really interesting kind of conversation between both players.
Wow, that was
Activates his rush.
yeah, that was very close. Like I thought Gassaway was definitely for sure gonna get that. Now gets the grab in as well. Now he's in the lead for the first time here.
Yep, Chanukah's the slight lead.
Oh, he doesn't seem to be kind of able to react to those grabs quick enough.
Yeah, he has been getting caught by a few really like empty grabs.
Yeah. Might be
Kind of
there.
like in Smash when you just jump up to someone and grab them without doing anything. It's kind of like a huge mind game. It's called the tomahawk. That's
Yeah.
kind of what I think of in ARMS whenever some people are just standing there and then one of them just throws out a grab.
Yeah, and that's gonna be it. 2-0
Yep.
for Gassaway, and that's gonna be one man down for Fellows in ARMS now.
Alrighty.
So it's too bad, but well played by Gassaway and
Yeah,
Chanukah.
GG's to both of you. And hopefully my connection will be a little bit better for the next game.
Yeah. So we'll see who the pick is gonna be next. Of course, we guys know about it, but we want to kind of announce it when it happens now in the game. And also now we can check out the bracket here, and we're gonna see that Chanukah is crossed out. Unfortunately, now we only have 4 players left. We still have a revive, so which we can use later on if we want to revive Chanukah. But now for the French team, it's just about getting those, well, the other 4, basically.
Mhm. So remind me how this goes. Are they going to announce their player and then we get to pick, or do we both have to go double blind?
So what happens now is that Gassaway will stay, and we will kind of he will stay with that setup that he used in the last game now, and we will pick a player to counter him. So in the first best of 3 now that we're going into, he will have to stick to his kind of arm combination that he had before. I realize now that I should have probably explained that a bit further, but that's good. That
No, I think it was explained. I just wanted a quick reminder for the audience.
Oh, that's
So, where is our player?
we're gonna see see in our chats here. Now I have to look at it on the phone here. Let's see, because I should have him on my friends list, right?
I believe so.
Okay. Can you give him a message?
Yep, I just pinged him.
Sweet. See if this will kind of how the French guys is gonna be able to handle our next dude coming up. People are kind of complaining about the grabs there in the chat. Of course, some of these games are played cross ocean, so there will be some lag sometimes, but you know, actually that's one thing that we've been talking about a lot within the teams, is that, you know, how lag functions in ARMS, and in my opinion, I still think that ARMS is handling the lag really well. I don't know, like Akio, you played a lot of Smash before. Was there like kind of, but you didn't play online that much, right? It was just
A little bit. The lag in Smash usually comes in the form of input lag, so it's just your moves coming out really slow. In ARMS, there's a lot of really weird things that lag can do.
I see. That's yeah, that's true as well. I wonder if there would you prefer any of them? Like, would you prefer the Smash lag or the ARMS lag, or?
I'd probably prefer Smash lag just because you can almost adjust to input lag, but you can't really adjust to just your punches not connecting and a good grab not connecting. Like there's not really anything you can do about that.
No, I agree. There's also been kind of a lot of input lag now in the latest Tekken installment, which was actually the least amount of laggy on PC, which kind of threw the community off, because now everyone is so used to playing on PlayStation, right? But now they have like a lot of frames of kind of input lag. But that's something we can't have on Switch or ARMS because it's only on Switch. No crossplay here. Let's see, how are the stage picks going?
They are figuring out right now. Gasso thought that Miao was going to be banning. He just realized that it was his ban, so he's thinking. So, I mean, I think we can assume that Miao is going to go Min-Min. So is this going to be a Min-Min Ditto, do you think? Or do you think Gasso is going to switch?
Well, at least for the first game we're going to see a Min-Min since the rules. But I'm not sure, because Miao has actually... He played him earlier today at the European Weekly. And
these players have it.
Yeah, and I think in that tournament he did play Bite and Bark against Miao. So they actually met in the finals of the European Weekly, and
and Gasso actually took it over Miao. So.
Yeah, so he actually won there. I think he came from the losers bracket, so he had to win 2 best-of-3s in a row, which he just barely did. I think Miao said that they went... It was pretty close, basically. So
yeah. Yep.
This could actually be, if we're not careful enough, it could be an all-kill to us, actually.
Yeah. Gasso banning Sky Arena and Mausoleum again. I don't know if those are just stages that he's not comfortable with. I guess it kind of limits his mobility. I mean, usually Min-Mins do very well in Mausoleum, but I guess Gassaway doesn't feel it. Miao says we're going spring.
Okay. Spring
Once
Stadium.
more.
And as we know since before, Miao really likes the Spring Stadium because he's been practicing those combos a lot. Now we're gonna head in here, and I know the score says wrong. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna fix that. Now here we go. All right.
Yeah, Miao is very dominant on Spring Stadium.
And the kind of signature that has become of Miao is that he's using that Kablammer, and he's probably the only Min-Min I've seen using it successfully.
Yeah, especially on the right arm. I did not see a lot of Min-Mins using any kind of hammer arm. Usually it just slows them down. They prefer to just, keep on going as fast as possible.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Ooh, catches him off the springboard.
Yeah. He also seems to be kind of... very comfortable with jumping around on that springboard. Now I'm a springman myself, so I don't I don't like the springboards at all. But it looks interesting to me, at least, how he's just... Oh wow, that Thunderbird just going around him there. Oh, Miao using that rush, and he gets it in actually. He doesn't get the Yabuki, but I think it was enough.
Oh, and that's a Yabuki from Gassaway.
Now,
I don't think he got max damage off of that, but it still gotta hurt.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say. And the thing is that Miao, since he has a heavy arm, his rush was doing so much damage in comparison. So they're just like equal.
Now they're just even again.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good hit there.
Yeah.
It's
Miao knew it was too dangerous to go for the grab, so he just waited patiently, put out another hit. Only 8 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah.
Gassaway is gonna have to do some magic, and it closes out.
Not enough, but very well read. I think one of Gassaway's strengths that we've been seeing, at least now, is that he seems to be very well adapting, and the fact that he's using 2 different characters in tournaments says a lot as well, like that he kind of understands the game. Now he goes to the Firebolt, which is kind of an odd choice in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a very classic Miao move to stun first and then activate the rush instead of going for the grab, just kind of maximizing the damage you can do.
Yeah, I just noticed that the names were wrong here on the stream. We apologize for that. Of course, it's as you say there in the stream. Thank you for noticing. This is one perk of having it live, so I don't just screw it up and in post I have to fix everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, like now Gassaway has to kind of really adapt to that heavy arm and get around it. But if he doesn't, he's just gonna get overrun by, yeah, like that.
Wow.
So again, 1-0 for Fellows in Arms.
Yep. And we could see, again, Gassaway come back, reverse 2-0.
Yeah.
Well, not 2-0, but yeah, the reverse comeback.
Let's see. Okay, now we're going into the game. Thanks, guys, for sticking with us. We really appreciate ya. And it's gonna be a Min versus Bite and Bark in this next
You did
level.
switch.
Yeah. I'm just gonna fix the overlays here for a sec, guys. Unfortunately, there's too much things to think about, but now we're in it. Miao versus Gassaway here. Gassaway doing a very good pressure now in the beginning against Miao. Miao hasn't been able to get a single hit in. Oh, there you go.
Are those crackers or poppers? Those are poppers.
Those are crackers. Poppers are the green one, right? Hey, you're a rhythm girl, you should know this.
Well, I'm fine.
It seems like Gassaway had a good kind of lead now. He's very good like with the pressure here. Hitting Miao and making his arms explode on himself as well. Miao is struggling a lot to get that Bite and Bark.
Knocked down over and over.
Yeah. Now he's just one hit away, and he gets grabbed, so that's gonna be round 1 to Gassaway.
Yep. Yeah, those poppers or the crackers, both of them are really kind of difficult to adjust to sometimes. They kind of function in a fundamentally different way than most of the other gloves.
Now we're gonna see if any of the players will switch arms. They're both kind of holding on. No, it seems like they're going with the same setup. Miao getting that dragon arm in. Oh, Gassaway actually using that rush but not getting any hits in. Miao was able to disable that.
Yeah. I'm on a 20-second delay watching from the stream, so yeah.
Spoiler!
Yeah.
No, Miao seems to be able to kind of at least figure this style out a bit more. Wow, that Bark just came in and took a bullet for Gassaway.
Yeah, still got this rush in his pocket he can use whenever he feels like it.
Yeah. I've actually talked about this with Miao concerning like why he chooses to kind of stick with his rush for so long. Oh, now Gassaway just immediately using a rush when Miao was laying down, so he basically said that wow, that rush damage is just incredible. That's 1-1 to Miao. Basically what I was gonna say is that Miao chooses a lot of the time to wait until he has like a secure hit.
Yeah, he wants a very safe position to use his rush. He wants to make sure he gets all the damage that he can out of it.
Which is different from kind of styles that we've been seeing otherwise, like Tentaman's Min, for example, who is like very aggressive and just in your face.
Very liberal.
Or Phallus too, who is using double Ram Rams or Ram Chakram.
Well, another thing you have to consider is, Miao's using, the Thunderbird and the Kablama right now. Those are not the fastest arms in a rush. He kind of has to make sure that he has time to actually reach out and hit his opponent. Because if they can dash out of the way, then he's just lost it. He can even get punished for it. Something like double Ram Rams, on the other hand, you can get up right away.
Now that was a very interesting trade between Miao and Gassaway. Gassaway using that rush, and Miao actually was able to get around it.
Missing his, yeah.
Yeah, but didn't get it in the end. Now he still has a big lead. Gets grabbed though, but he still carries a big lead in this game. Now we're seeing a bit of lag there, but both players seem to still be in it. No disconnects, which is good. Oh, Miao is so kind of he needs to be careful because he's just outside of the range of that cracker.
Yeah.
Oh, he
I've
gets the disable aim. Sorry, Akio there.
It's okay.
It's 1 pixel of health now for Gassaway, and it's 5 seconds left. Gassaway has to do way too much. He can't do it. It's gonna be
10 seconds, yeah.
2-1 to Miao, and Miao is gonna take the set to eliminate Gassaway. So
Okay.
we waited, and it carried results.
Yep.
This time, in the form of Miao winning.
And I'm gonna join back at the lobby so I can spectate in real time.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So let's check back into the bracket. We see that Gassaway is now eliminated. So now both teams have 4 players left, and now it's Miao's turn to stay in the lobby, stay with his setup, which I don't believe he would change. If even if something new came in, and
I
we're
think he's
gonna
pretty comfortable with what he has.
yeah, and we're gonna see basically what France decides to pick as their player now, because now they have a chance to actually counter pick Miao and use something against him, and all of the French players are now kind of watching this. So if they're good, they'll kind of discuss it behind the scenes and say, okay, he's not.
It looks like Magnet. Magnet is coming up next.
Okay, so another Min.
Yep.
Interesting. I'm not sure who has. I think I actually have Magnet because I've been playing him in tournaments before. So I think he's able to join me.
Interesting. You know, one thing I've been seeing from Miao recently is I'm kind of seeing him play almost super optimally. Like, he really has these timings and the numbers down in a way that some other players don't think about a lot. And he just, like what we were talking about with the rush, you know, he wants to make sure that he just maximizes everything he does. Yeah. I think it's really interesting. I think maybe he might emerge as kind of someone who's known for playing more of a numbers game and an optimal game rather than kind of a gut feeling game.
Definitely. I think, which is for me, like, I'm the total opposite. I'm only going by my gut feeling. But
yeah, same for me usually.
Yeah, one thing that I've been noticing now when playing with Miao is that he is kind of, like, he will do a rush and then he'll get like 380 damage and he'll be like, oh man, and we're like, what's wrong? He's like, I could have gotten 400. And it's just like, okay, well, if you're on that level, it's a different ball game basically.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, and now it's gonna be the map picks again, and it's Magnet Alpha, who we know since before is a Min. And yeah, let's go Miao. I think there is a Twitch emote for a cat, right? Cool cat.
I think so.
Cool cat. That's from now on, that's Miao's official one. I think he might have to share it with Formal Cat. We'll see. No, there's actually another one. Okay.
Now, is this PTW, is that the team that Magnet's on? I've never heard of that team before.
I've actually asked him, because I've
probably
been...
just a French team.
Actually, I think it's not a team at all in ARMS. I think it's just kind of a crew name for people who play Switch. I know...
Kind of his own personal tag.
Yeah. Or it's not anyone that I know, but if they have an ARMS team, I do want to know that. So we can put that in the ARMS crew and team setup.
Yeah.
And what is it? Yeah, because there's another team, like, or team, I guess, crew in Sweden who uses like their own tag, but they play all of the Switch games. So like they have like Mario Kart evenings, and then they have, like, you know, different kind of games that they play together.
We're going Sky Arena.
Sky Arena it is. A level that, or a map that Gassaway actually didn't want to be on. It's gonna be cool to see that. Yep, we are ready to go in the third match of this evening.
Okay. And you said Magnet's a Min main, right? I don't think I've ever played him in bracket before.
No. Oh, he is actually not a Min. Okay, interesting. he has played a lot of Min, but or maybe I'm kind of mixing them up now. Actually, there's so many players now these
Right.
days.
So Kid Cobra can really utilize the stage very well. You know, he's very quick, obviously, and one thing that Kid Cobras usually like to do is they like to just bully someone into a corner and just keep the pressure on, you know, just tech reading them over and over to death. And Sky Arena has, you know, some pretty harsh corners that you can get stuck in. It can get kind of hard to get out of, especially because, you know, you can only kind of go left or right on the corner. You don't really have the option because you're kind of stuck behind this little platform. You know, it takes a lot of maneuvering to get around. But
While you're saying
with
that,
that being
yeah.
with that being said, Miao is certainly showing that he does not care about that at all.
Yeah, he gets
And
almost a
at a
perfect.
quick- Yep.
I think, but you have to kind of be also kind of thinking that, well, every player has to have that one round where they're just figuring stuff out. So we'll see if Magnus can actually take it back. He's not going off for a good start there, though. Miao is very good, kind of utilizing this like edge area where he's just outside and then kind of throwing that Thunderbird just barely over that.
It's so odd. Like, normally you just see someone kind of taking center stage, and whoever's controlling this platform is whoever's in the lead. But
Yeah.
Miao doesn't even care. He's just on the edge, and he's like, "Oh, you want to be on the platform? I'll just play with you while you're just up there, and I'll just do whatever I want, and you can't do anything about it."
This is truly carnage. Miao just takes this 1-0 like in one of the kind of quickest matches I've seen.
This isn't to say that Magnet is a bad player at all. I mean, what do you do against Miao? You know, when he's just feeling himself like this, it's crazy.
Yeah. But that was that like one thing with Miao is that I still keep getting impressed by him. Like
I know.
so Miao was a guy that came onto my stream like some month ago, and we started talking about ARMS. And then we were like, maybe we should play together. And back then, I could actually beat Miao like consistently. And then he was like, then it was 50-50. Then it was
Yeah, and then he's just slowly getting better and better and better.
yeah, exactly. And
All right, we're going ramen bowl, by the way.
Ramen Bowl.
Yep.
The counter pick again versus Miao.
Like I feel like there's this barrier of not how good you can get, but you know, everybody kind of hits these plateaus eventually, and you have to figure out like these major problems with what you're doing in order to surpass that plateau. And that's kind of how I've been feeling. Like I've been playing with you guys a lot, and I've just been feeling, you know, myself like just getting kind of more and more even, you know, with some of the better players like Miao and Formal Cat. I'm getting more and more even with them now, but at the same time, it's like eventually I'm gonna have to take that step up, you know, and so are they. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting to see if it all happens.
I definitely can relate to that. Both players choosing to stay with the same setups here. Or no, actually, Magnet choose to switch his. What was it? Megawatt he had to. Thunderbird.
Yeah, he switched to Thunderbird.
Yeah, Megawatt not gonna be a good choice against Miao. He's like while he has
A little too
this.
fast for that.
Yeah, while he has a heavy arm, he still is fast moving around though.
That was a good grab.
It was.
Meow's kind of backed up onto the side right now, which again is right where Kid Cobra's like you. So I suspect we're probably going to see quite a bit of damage coming from the Magnet right now, unless Miao can kind of maneuver his way out of there. And there he goes, back into the middle, so
Yeah,
a little bit more of a neutral position.
Yeah, definitely. I think Miao is kind of the most comfortable when Magnet is jumping around a lot.
Yeah.
That rush was it was good, but not full damage. It was 160. He could have probably gone at least up to 300.
Meow's looking for a place to use his rush right now. Uncharacteristically, he goes for the grab instead of the rush. I think maybe he wants to finish with the rush.
Yeah, I think
Or
also
possibly
I
bring
think
it
he
to the
was
next
kind of a bit too far away as well.
Could have been, yeah.
Or like not feeling it basically. Oh wow!
Okay.
Now wow. That's
One wrong move from Magnet, and that was the end.
Yeah, very nice sidestepping there. Magnet kind of throwing out both of his arms at the same time, which is very risky in close range with a Miao who has a rush.
Yeah. So now Magnet kind of going into this with a little bit of the advantage, getting his rush almost right away. Miao's gonna have to deal with that for the next, you know, probably 30 seconds until he can get the rush up himself. But yeah, just really staying pinned against this corner. Magnet's just keeping him there.
Yeah.
As Kid Cobras are wont to do. Ooh, goes for the jump grab.
I think he wanted to kind of use the rush there, like fake him out. I know that you can't do it as well anymore, but it really looks like it. Oh,
wow.
That's a good grab.
Yeah.
Miao.
Stun grab.
I think Miao didn't want to use the rush there because he feels that he might lose this one, so he wants it in the next round.
It's possible, yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
wow.
And goes for the same kind of rush cancel that we saw against Gasso, but this time lands it.
Yeah. Oh, he gets it.
And the grab, and that's gonna be it.
2-0.
Magnet put up a good fight there. It seemed like in both rounds on Ramen Bowl, he kind of had the lead for like 3/4 of the round, and then Miao just
spiraled.
Make a comeback. Yep.
Yeah. Good job, Miao. Obviously, we have to say that to our teammate too. But good game to Magnet. And now, if we go back to the bracket, we're gonna check it out here. We'll see that now French team are down 2 players. They still have that revive, so they might use it to Gassaway, who was playing good.
It looks like
Miao.
the Mask is going to be coming up next, so this is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
What's the history between Miao and the Mask?
So Miao and Mask have been facing off. In a lot of tournaments actually. I think they've been facing off in like 2 or 3 tournaments because they are the top players, and usually it's like either one of them wins and it's never really sure. It's always been kind of 50-50 in the tournaments. So while I wouldn't say that there's like a rivalry, there's definitely kind of a history between them.
Yeah.
And
both of these players are top 15 players worldwide, so
yes,
the sets between them are definitely very, very exciting.
Yes, and another thing to note is at least this time I know that the Mask is gonna be a min-min. I think I was kind of reading wrong into that. I'm just thinking everyone's a min-min. I've been practicing way too much with Formal Cat and Miao. I'm just like, they're everywhere, man!
I know. Min-min's popular character.
Yeah,
got a lot of strengths. Miao's banning Mausoleum and Buster, so just getting these stage bans out of the way. Okay, we're going to Ribbon Ring for game 1.
Okay. And I think I don't I might have the Mask.
Mask isn't even in here yet.
Yeah. I can just set it up in the meantime. I think I've also faced the Mask, so in one of the tournaments I played the Mask and got absolutely smashed by him, and then he went on to play Miao, and then he got knocked out of the tournament.
So just kind of goes to show you what level Miao is on.
Yeah. And
yeah, I think I've gone against the Mask as well in tournament before, and he's very, very good. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Alright. And the Mask also kind of having a signature style. He always uses the dragon for him.
The dragon arm.
Yeah. But not on the dragon arm.
Yeah.
It's like, why?
Just kind of using it to kind of make the opponent close in on a certain area and keep them corralled, you know, where he wants them.
Yeah, very good zoning. And I think he's actually been kind of switching it up between like the different arm that he has, except for the dragon. But every time I've seen him play, he's always had that dragon. Now gets two grabs in a row there.
Yeah, 2 grabs in a row. He's gonna go for the 3rd one.
No.
I think he went for it, but he missed and got punished for it.
Yeah.
So Miao's got that super now, and Mask just gets his, uses it immediately,
yeah, I guess.
and
oh wow.
It's
just grabs all around. I think
Mask is good at getting these grabs.
Yeah. I think another. Oh, now we're gonna see if Miao is gonna use it. Oh no! He used the rush in the end, so now he's not gonna have a rush going into the 2nd round.
And that can happen when you're going against the dragon. its timing is just a little bit off. You know, you have to account for that.
Yeah. One thing to note too is like when the Mask is throwing out his arms, of course the dragon is slower while you're throwing it out, but when you're doing that grab, it comes out at a much higher like speed.
Yeah,
so,
it catches you off guard.
Yeah, so I think
Miao's just going for these safe combos over and over again though.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good for him in the second round here.
Yeah.
Thunderbird.
Yeah, I think all the damage he's done so far has been from that stun grab combo.
Yeah.
Mask trying to slow it down a little bit, just regain his positioning.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, that was a good punch.
Wow.
That was a huge mistake by Miao, kind of jumping in the air there at a really inappropriate time.
Yeah, that almost made him get right back into this. Like Miao was almost like full health, and now.
Yeah, it pretty much evened it up.
Yeah. Yeah, he now
Yeah,
very even.
that grab's gonna even it out.
Very well played. Oh, Miao getting that hit around the boxes twice now. Let's see, now he is in the same position here. He can use the rush. Oh, but he doesn't.
Oh, he's doing the Thunderbird.
Whew.
Keeping his rush for the next round.
It's hard because you're looking at this and you're being like, oh, I want to root for both players, and then you're just like holding your breath.
Oh, okay. See, that's something that we see from Miao a lot. Just going for the rush instead of the grab on the stun. And again, that's something I've talked about in the past. Is Miao's really good. The Thunderbird in a rush can be tricky because if you are just spamming it, the opponent will fall to the ground on the second half of your rush, and you'll lose out on half the damage you could have got. But Miao knows that timing so precisely, and he waits just a little bit, and he catches them with the bird, and he extends the rush combo even farther than it normally goes.
Now it's gonna go.
Just kind of like that optimal stuff that I was talking about from Miao.
Yeah, definitely. And it's looking like it's gonna go down to the wire now for the last round.
Yep.
Now having, oh, he doesn't even need the rush.
There we go.
Just gets that quick Thunderbird in and takes
Closes it out very narrowly.
Yeah. It might, it's looking good for our team right now, I have to say.
Yeah, sticking with his bans once again.
Yeah. What were those bans for anyone kind of wondering?
Ooh, let's see. It was Mausoleum and Buster Beach. I think he banned the same two against Gassaway, just twice in a row, the same stages. I don't want to go there. Why do you think that is?
I think, at least for Buster Beach, I think Mausoleum is just a preference. I don't really see the problem for him there.
Especially because he likes to be so close. I mean.
Yeah, I think. Or wait, are we talking of that Miao was banning or the Mask now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and we're going to Sky.
All right. Again.
Yep.
It's also interesting. What I saw like before when casting up in arms was just kind of we kept seeing the same levels over and over again. It was just Sky Arena, Ramen Bowl, and then like DNA Lab. Like those three levels constantly being put up.
Well, and it's interesting too. Whenever you have a Ditto going on, like we have Min Min versus Min Min, and what do you pick? You know, you want to pick a stage that's advantageous to you, but if it's advantageous to you as a character, you're giving an advantage to your opponent as well, you know? So you kind of have to pick these stages where it's like, it's good for Min Min, but at the same time, or maybe it's even bad for Min Min, you know, but it's good for you personally, your playstyle. So
yeah,
it's just kind of that metagame that you have to play.
Now I think Mask kind of this is what he likes now in this position when he was like behind the level and using that laser just above the edge.
Right.
Kind of what Miao was doing in the last game versus Magnet, but now he's getting the same treatment himself.
Yeah, the Mask is dominating. I mean, this stage is a little bit smaller on the smaller side, so that Dragon Arm, or the Dragon Glove rather, you know, really covers a lot of distance on this stage.
Yeah, and it gets the
There's not really any room.
Gets the quick round there as well. I think
Yeah.
this kind of proves that counter pick working very good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And decides not to use the rush. Yeah, he's done.
He's maneuvering so well.
That, oh,
Yeah, Miao is just getting pummeled right now.
yeah, he even gets Miao in the air with the dragon there. It's not. It might look easy, but it's definitely not.
That's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
Ooh, goes for the rush.
Yeah.
I really thought Miao was gonna activate his rush right there.
Yeah. It was kind of interesting that he didn't. 'Cause
Yeah,
he,
the spacing is perfect for it.
yeah, he would probably have been in a well lead now, but he still has it. He still finishes it like there.
Yep, there it is. There it is. And you'll see right there, he catches him with the Thunderbird again, gets that extra damage.
Oh, that's gonna,
Ooh.
yeah.
Very close. I mean, the Mask was just doing so well in the first half of that.
Yeah. Okay, that last hit was like there for 3 seconds. I don't know if you saw that. We witnessed a bug on this level the other day where it was just like a Guardian getting stuck on the edge.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was Miao used the Guardian to like get stuck on the edge, and then he just backed away, and then it was just stuck there for like 5 seconds. It was
Weird.
interesting. Might have to get that on tape. Now the Mask, his rush is so slow with that dragon. That's like the worst thing about his setup.
Yeah, and the Thunderbird is a really good tool for rush canceling, because it can just curve around and up so easily.
Yeah.
It has a lot of versatility when it comes to canceling someone's rush.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, Miao, if he gets the rush in now, he's gonna get it. Yeah, he gets it again.
There we go.
Yeah, the beast from the east, Miao.
The Pakistani god.
Yeah. When are we seeing this guy at Evo?
No, man.
It would be so sad if we all went to Evo and Miao is the only one not going to Evo. A good game to the Mask there, and that's gonna eliminate him from the French
Awesome
team.
stuff.
So we're gonna check in on the bracket here, and now the French team doesn't have a lot to choose from right now. They only have what was supposed to be Lobusta. I think he got replaced in the last minute there, but Carbo has been in the chat, so they can choose between Carbo and their 5th player. I do not recall who he was, but I guess we'll just have to see.
Yeah.
They can also use the revive if they want to, and in that case, which one do you think that they would use the revive on?
Well, they are almost definitely not going to use it on Gasso. I would say maybe the Mask. The Mask has performed the best out of them so far. I mean, he's challenged Miao the most of what we've seen so far.
Yeah.
But I just don't know.
No, that's I would agree with that. But it's also like in that sense that it was a min and Kid Cobra. Carbo is playing Max Brass, as you can, if you're not couldn't tell by the picture, is playing a Max Brass. The dynamics between those matchups is completely different. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they choose to go with. And thanks again, guys, for tuning into this. This is kind of the first trial of a team crew battle in ARMS. I don't. There was a tournament between America and Mexico, which kind of was more like a bracket between the two countries. But I wanted to have this kind of, team versus team battle that we're having tonight, and this is just gonna be the first trial of many to see how we can kind of build this kind of style of matches in this game. Hopefully we could have those kind of hype moments. Like my dream is having, like, if you had this at an offline tournament, holy shit, like when someone is like, even if they had like what is it, like a prop for the revive, and it's just like they have to give it to someone and someone has to show it to the crowd or something, it would be like, oh, and then everyone's just like, ah! Like,
that'd be so cool.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Carbo's in the room.
Yes. Let's fix that. I guess they're going through the map picks now.
Miao is banning Buster in Spring Stadium this time instead of Mausoleum.
Okay.
Which is weird, because Miao is so comfortable in Spring Stadium.
It might be because of Carbo being max brass. I don't know like how that like I just put that out there. I don't know why, but
Going to Ninja College.
we're going to Ninja College. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think Max Brass kind of takes up a lot of space, you know. His body physically takes up a lot of space, but also there's just this bubble around Max Brass that you can't really penetrate usually, you know, if you're playing against someone as good as Carbo. So I think, yeah, you know, against Carbo, Spring Gem might not have been the best pick just because Miao's not going to have a lot of room to work with.
Yeah. Definitely. This is interesting. Seeing a Max Brass is not super common in the competitive scene. There's not a lot of them actually.
Yeah, they're getting more popular, but you don't see a whole lot.
Carbo really well using that shockwave for the Thunderbird. He's getting like all the hits in, but he's not actually punching, which is weird. Now he gets the
He's just
first
deflecting everything Miao's doing.
Yeah.
Ooh, good grab by Carbo.
Trying to stay very close here. Oh, gets hit though.
Yeah. I think Miao would have wanted to go for the grab, but his Kablammer was already out, so he's like, well, might as well just get that hit in.
Oh, that's
really weird rush by Miao.
Yeah.
Getting 135 damage from it. But that was really dangerous.
Uncharacteristic, I would say.
Yeah.
But he's one punch away from getting the first round. Oh, now that's interesting.
Goes for the hard read on the grab.
Yeah, you can't actually hit Max. Oh, and there he gets the first round. You can't hit Max Brass or grab him on wake up when he gets into rage mode. That's something that I have a lot of problem with too when I'm facing Max Brass. I keep, because that's what I do against other characters, but Max Brass just kind of deflects that instantly when he wakes up because he gets into the buff mode.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, that rush was not getting anywhere. Well hits from Miao there. Gets the kind of initial lead now. And the rush.
Oh, goes into the rush, yeah.
375, that's solid. Is anyone of the French team going to be able to get Miao? That's the big question.
That is the question.
Oh,
you should have sent him first.
Yeah, and that's a
quick
2-0 rounds there from Miao, and that's a 1-0 lead for him.
So they have two more to go through, right?
Yeah, exactly. If
two more players.
That is if Carbo is able to take this next round.
Oh, that's right. I thought that was game 2.
And I just saw that Formal Cat wrote in the Twitch chat here. His large arms are good for pressure, and because of how small spring, it's set in Brass's favor. That's something that I could definitely see. There we go. And no, it's not the Miao versus the mask. It is Miao versus Carbo.
And guess what? We are going to Sky Arena.
Oh, I almost, like, if you gave me another second to react there, I would definitely have said that, but...
Yeah.
Or guessed that, I mean. Well, we are ready.
Alrighty.
Good luck to
Game 2.
I'm gonna go and grab a glass of water, but
okay.
I'll leave you to the first round now, Akio.
Okay. I'll cover the stream. Alright, so what do we got going on here? Miao going back into the little section on the outside of the platforms where he likes to go, oddly enough. Like we were saying before, you know, usually people like to jump onto that center platform and control center stage. Usually, in every fighting game, the center of the arena is where you want to be at, but Miao doesn't even care. He just to stay in that little divot and operate from the outside. Carbo's getting really good grabs right now. I mean, just got like 3 wake-up grabs in a row. The double, these are Rams, or no, these are Chakrams, I believe. And man, he closes that out really quickly.
Yeah, He has had a lot of health left as well.
Yeah.
That looked
Yeah, the
very
double
convincing.
shock worked out really well for him.
Yeah.
I feel like Miao's gonna have to adjust. I think he's not gonna be able to play the way he usually wants to, which is to get in this little section he's in right now.
Yeah.
Because Carbo's like, man, if you're gonna go back there, like if you're just gonna give me center stage, I'm gonna take it, you know? I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna use it for all it's worth.
I think it's gonna.
It's so hard to get out of the corner when Max Brass is pressuring you like that.
Ooh, he gets clipped by 1-2 on the rush there.
Miao's barely able to cancel that. Oh, breaks his arm and then just goes in for the other hit.
He could have used the rush there, but
Could have.
I guess it's the safe route as always.
Yeah.
He's not getting the hits in there with the Thunderbird.
Yeah.
Going for
You
this.
see Miao a lot. He just likes to play around with the Thunderbird and just kind of, you know, poke at different angles from the enemy and see where the weakness is. And then when he finds one, he'll exploit it. But he kind of went for these three hard read grabs.
Yeah.
I think he's noticing that Carbo isn't punching a whole lot, and so he's just going for these grabs.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
oh wow!
Oh,
The
good
2-0
stuff.
comeback for Carbo.
Yeah, Miao actually deflected the rush really up close, which is something that's like almost impossible to do, but his positioning was off just enough so that he didn't actually land his hits. And so Carbo still got the rush off.
That was interesting.
Good stuff, Carbo.
Was that? No, Gassaway got one round against Miao. I was gonna ask if that was the first time we saw, like, I think it might have been the first 2-0 in rounds though, against Miao.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be interesting to see now, because Miao is definitely not gonna want to go back to Sky Arena after that.
Yeah,
I think.
and now Miao doesn't get his stage bans either.
Okay.
So we may see Miao going into a position where he's a little more uncomfortable.
That is if he doesn't have enough stages that he does feel comfortable with.
Right.
Let's see actually what Carbo.
Well, Carbo's going to ban Mausoleum and DNA, and Miao immediately says we're going to Scrapyard. So.
Okay. All right. Everyone's just like, okay, looking at me, and then I'm just looking at everyone else. Okay, we're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is one of the stages that Miao is comfortable on. I would see him taking this, but I'm not gonna say anything right now. At least we'll see how the first round.
Max Brass on Scrapyard. I feel like Carbo should have banned this stage because I don't think I've ever seen a Max Brass do very well on this stage.
One thing I really
and this
like.
is kind of one of Min Min's most comfortable stages. I feel like a lot of Min Mins I talk to say they're very comfortable on this stage. Which, as a Ribbon Girl, I'm not too comfortable on this stage. I'm not crazy about it, but as a Max Brass, I definitely would not want to be here, especially against Min Min.
Did he just break the top of those pillars? It sounded, because I got the sound from the pillars breaking, but nothing happened. That was...
I don't know.
Well, he gets a good start at least. Miao, that is.
Yeah. Yeah, Miao went for a really weird grab, didn't work out for him.
Oh. No, but yeah, Carbo is back in it now. He's one hit away to even it up. He was having good pressure. Both of them charging there, allowing each other. Ooh, he could have used
good
the
grab
rush.
by me.
I think he could have used the rush to close it out though.
I think he wants to keep it for the next round.
That's very confident.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe too overconfident?
Yeah.
Nope. Carbo wasn't able to finish out with the rush at least.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Ooh.
That's it. That he got that. Wow. I did not expect that. Now Miao is on the back foot here.
Yeah.
He's one round away.
If Carbo
from
takes
getting
one
the-
more game, Miao's done, and it's going to be up to someone else in Fellows in Arms to
Yeah.
take him out.
Fomo cat. Kidding. Oh, he uses the rush there in the beginning to get that early lead at least. Oh wow.
Oh,
even
and he got a grab at the very end.
Yeah, that was the optimal play, like the calculated
Yep.
rush. simple trigonometry here.
Yeah.
Wow, he's running out of a perfect here. If he's not gonna get hit.
I mean, he was almost running a perfect in the first round, but then Carbo just completely took it back.
Wow, now
wow.
he's just in his
Pressure
face
is
here.
crazy. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Weird grab.
Yeah, that was one of those things with Miao I've been kind of noticing in this game, is that he's grabbing like at very, like, at points where you think, oh, he's really vulnerable here. He's probably not gonna grab because that's gonna be really weird, and then he does it.
So, game 3, last round.
Wow,
It's gonna be a deciding factor in this crew battle.
Yeah, definitely.
If Miao's out here, I'm not sure what we can do, really.
Yeah. Well, he has to rush at least. Wow, almost gets hit by that chakram. It's very interesting to see Carbo playing with the double chakram here. Oh, he could have used the rush.
Wow, Miao got out of that grab in a really smart way. So tense. Dead even. Now gets a good stun grab.
Now he's in the lead. It's just slight.
Yep.
Oh, but
Carbo,
now...
25%. Oh, wow.
Oh, this is very close now.
It's gonna hurt. Miao has got to use this rush if he wants to close this out.
Oh my god.
Last hit.
Oh, he gets it. Oh, he gets eliminated. Wow.
Miao is out.
Yes.
Wow, if he would have got that rush in, he could have closed it out, but it wasn't meant to be. And now Carbo is continuing on to the next game.
Alright. We have to kind of decide who is gonna play. And we're gonna go to the chat here. Me and Akio, that is. Because we're still in this game as well. Even though we're commentating this, guys, we're also in this game. So we might be up next. We'll actually check it out. And I want to give my opinion too before we announce it here on the stream. Someone getting really kind of triggered of how Miao was handling that. Let's see if I can get into the Discord and let's decide it. Okay, sorry. Now.
Cat's saying maybe me. I don't know.
So I wrote now in the chat. I don't know if you guys could see it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna wait for confirmation here, guys.
Yeah.
Don't want to make a wrong decision now, because this is kind of a pivotal point in this game now, because it could easily snowball into the other direction. Actually, if
Carbo just starts destroying all of us.
Yeah, actually, if we take a look at this bracket here now, Miao, who is the third player here, has been eliminated. So now it's 2 players left for France, and both teams still has the revival if they want to use it. But it's either me, Akio, or Formal Cat who's going into the next game. Let's check. Actually, what's going? Yes. Okay. So it seems like it's gonna be you, Akio.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna mute myself then. I'll keep my camera on just so we don't mess up the stream layout.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I wish me luck.
Yes, good luck. Very much so. All right, guys. So now this will be interesting. Akio, who is a Ribbon Girl player, usually plays with the grenades, if memory serves me right, and it's gonna be interesting to see if he can break through that chakram, because Carbo was he seemed to be the most in a bad spot when he was at a distance, but then when he got in close at Miao there, he could easily just like kind of apply pressure to him. Let's see. Okay, so it's Scrapyard, right? Yes. Okay, we're going into the first game here. Scrapyard it is. Akio kind of getting hyped now. Has been commentating and just getting into this game. It can be interesting. Let's see. Let me fix the overlay here for a second, guys. I know that it says wrong, but we're gonna take care of it. There we go. All right. Okay. Akio actually getting the first hits now against Carbo. Carbo is slow and steady going closer to that pressure area, but Akio is not letting him. He's using those explosions to his advantage, and he's just kind of like escaping from him. Now Carbo is very close here. Oh, Akio gets the rush in though. We're not seeing that same kind of safe play as we had from Miao. Looks like he might... Oh, there it is, as usual. Max press. Can't do grab on wake up there. At least we're in rage mode. Now gets the kind of double hits up in the air there as well. Gets into that pressure point. Now it's very close here. Oh, it's just 1 pixel. Oh, he gets a hit in on the rush, but it's not enough. He still gets beaten down. Since Max Brass is in that heavy mode, he won't fall over. So, well played from Akio though in the first round here. He got really close to getting Carbo. This is definitely not going to be a cakewalk for him. Also very good at kind of breaking those arms there. Oh, he wanted to go for the grab, but Carbo very well. Golly, that's a good rush from Akio. He's using it very kind of quickly because he's spamming his arms a lot, so he gets that rush back in. That was a very weird punch. I thought he would actually get that with the explosion. Now he's just like blowing them up on himself. Gets into momentarily a bad position there. Now wow, that was very close. Oh, and he actually gets Carbo down there. Now Akio, if he can get a rush in, he might just be able to take this round as well. Carbo now in that rage mode. Oh, he just barely comes behind the pillar. Oh, and it gets grabbed. And that's it. Akio gets 1 round in. We have a game on our hands. Good job by Akio there. It still could go either way for both players. I think Carbo, who has been playing a lot against Miao now, might have been kind of used to how he was playing, which is totally different from Akio. But he's pressuring him so good here. Gets those grabs in. Those explosions doesn't do anything to him. Now he's just kind of 1 or 2 hits away from getting this, and he does. That's a 1-0 to Carbo. Well played. He might actually get France back into this now. And we're gonna see Akio actually here on stream, kind of charging up for that next match. And Akio bans Sky Arena and Spring Stadium, both of which we saw Carbo, or at least in Sky Arena, something that Carbo was very strong at. But we're just kind of assuming that he is strong in Spring Stadium as well. Oh, now there was actually a miscommunication because it's Carbo's turn to actually ban and then Akio to pick. So it's hard to actually switch from commentator to player, so I think I wouldn't have done this half as well as Akio did in that match. I hope you guys are enjoying the cast, by the way. We've been planning this for maybe like 1 or 2 weeks, just getting the rules in sets and just like contacting the players. Actually, the French team was the ones who contacted me and asked for a team battle, and it's something that I've really been supportive of. Okay, we're going to cinema, which is Akio's choice then. And Carbo actually banned the same that was kind of awkward there. He banned Sky Arena and Spring Stadium as well, which was kind of interesting. Now we're gonna see if Akio can take this back. This is a level that Akio can very much so kind of use both the cars to actually like bounce on them, but also to get away. That is if he can withstand Carbo's pressure, because there's a lot of kind of tight corners now behind the cars. So if Akio gets stuck there, then it's not going to be a good time for him. It's looking to be very even, this one. Carbo though feels like he has a lot of kind of pressure and momentum in his favor. Oh, now that's interesting. Even though Akio like hit him with the explosion, since he has a heavy character, bam, he still gets the rush in. He doesn't get blown out of the sky like other characters do. Now Akio trying to keep that distance from Carbo. And it looks like Carbo is actually allowing it more rather than Akio being kind of successful in keeping him away. Now he's getting closer. He might have been waiting for the rush there. Oh, but Akio uses his... one of the hits goes on the car. I think he could have gotten like a few more hits. Now Akio is actually the one stepping closer. Maybe he's like trying to do a mix-up here. Gets the double air hit as well. Wow, he's just going very close on the Carbo here. Not really caring about him having a rush. This is very kind of interesting, like a good mix-up from Akio. Might not be enough. Carbo still gets those hits in now when he's in rage mode. Akio needs to be careful. Oh, he's 1 pixel! Akio gets the hit in during the rush. But is it... Oh! Shit! He gets him in mid-air. I'm sorry guys, I just couldn't contain myself in that last one there. Wow, okay. Very well played from Akio. Now it's just he's 1 run away from getting eliminated versus Carbo, who has been showing very good skill with his max brass. Oh, he tried to read him there. Gets a 50 in, but that's not nearly enough in this last round, because now Carbo almost has his entire rush. Akio, I think he needs to go in for that kind of mix-up that he did last round. Now he's just getting those explosions onto himself. Gets 1-2 punch there. And it's slowing down a bit. Carbo now trying to find an opportunity for the rush, but gets cancelled. Akio is kind of surprising here. Wow, that grab was very iffy. Hashtag dicey. Gets the double knockdown in the air there as well. Oh, same thing again. He tries to predict with the rush. It's not enough. This is looking very even. But Carbo still has his rage mode left. He seems very strong when he gets into that. Oh, he gets a hit off. Oh, this is bad for Akio. He's just one hit away. Oh, he deflects the rush. Oh my god, it's just one hit away from both players. Oh! And he has a rush! He uses the rush in the last seconds. He's 1 pixel of health. It's 3 seconds left. And he gets it! He gets the... wow! 1-1, Carbo and Akio. Holy shit, guys. That must be the... the most close battle we've seen today. Wow! He must feel good about that. That was seriously impressive. Akio using kind of good mix-ups there to actually get close to Carbo there, because we see him kind of talking to someone there now as well. Like, those mix-ups were very good, because the thing with Carbo is that you can't let him get into his zone of comfort where it's just like pressuring it and being on top of the other player, but Akio was just like, screw that, I'm just gonna go in his face instead, and he managed to take it back. That's something that we've been seeing with other players as well, like Phallus, for example, who is also kind of comfortable with being up close with his double Ram or Ram Chakram, and we're just seeing the map picks now as well. And Akio actually banned the same picks as Carbo did last time, so Sky Arena and Spring Arena was banned, and now it seems like we're going to Buster Beach, which is also a very kind of close quarters level. There we go. So good luck to both players. This could be a lot, and it could be huge for Akio if he takes this one. Kind of the first big result on stream as well. So please enjoy it, guys, because this is some really high level nice play from both players. Both players kind of sticking to their loadouts, it seems. I'll see who will take the initial lead. Akio getting those. He gets those chip damages in with the explosions, which is good, but it's not a lot. It's just 50. Just 50. And Carbo getting those stun grabs. Doesn't need a tribal. He has his chakrams. Gets it again. Very early lead. Maybe the win got to Akio's head there, because now he's just one hit away. Yep, that's gonna be it. It was not a perfect, but it was damn near close. And this might be the last round for Akio if he doesn't step it up like he did the last game, which he needs to, in case he wants this. Now he chooses to go for another arm. This could actually be an interesting mix-up. Carbo not kind of expecting that, perhaps. Using the revolver there. Oh, he uses the rush, but it's only... he actually gets to break the arm. And gets a follow-up damage. Of course, the rush would have been way better. Oh, but he gets the rush back onto him. 350 damage, and the lead has been lost. Oh. Not looking good for Akio there. Getting kind of juggled here as well. He's jumping around. Oh, he's just one hit away from losing this now. And there it is. A quick 2-0 from Carbo. It was looking good there for a second when Akio switched to the revolver, but Carbo was able to see through that and step right up, get the pressure in, and take that win. Take that W. That was very interesting, Akio. Well played.
Yeah.
Just gonna go for a second here to the bracket, because I have to cross you out. Bam.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's just me and Formal Cat left on the Fellows in Arms team. But we all know who is going to come up. Or not really, just you and I. But that was really well played. I couldn't like contain my excitement when you got that cinema
That was
win.
crazy.
I don't know,
I
like
forgot that Buster Beach existed. I probably would have allowed one of the 2 stages that I banned if I remembered about Buster Beach, because this is not a good stage to like get closed in on. There's nowhere to go.
yeah, I probably would have been better to have that one instead of Sky Arena. Would you say? Like so banning Spring Stadium.
Maybe. I mean, Carbo was really good on Sky Arena, so
Yeah,
I didn't want to go there.
It's difficult. So the next player who's gonna come up here, guys, is gonna be Formal Cat. So just keep the hype for me, please. But we're gonna and Formal Cat is a Min player. Doesn't have the same style as Miao though. So it's not the same, guys. Now I think they're doing the banning picks right now. Is that correct? Akio?
Oh, sorry, I was reading the other chat.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, Carbo banned Mausoleum in Cinema,
Okay,
so we just gotta wait.
I see.
Formal Cat says Cinema, but that's banned. So.
Like no.
Sorry, you can't do that.
Can't let you do that, Star Fox. Oh, I just realized I haven't been doing my Swedish, what is it, sayings and stuff. I said that to myself when I was gonna start casting, that I was just gonna put in some like random Swedish sayings. But now, like I until next time, I'll have a list ready and I'll use those like up like a sun and down like a pancake things. So while Miao is not going into this, there's not going to be a revive. It's going to be Formal Cat. So there's still 1 cat.
I guess we're going to Ninja College.
All right. I guess Formal Cat wanting to get that free initial dragon that you get on Ninja College. Something that he's been mentioning when we've been talking about it previously. Alright, good luck to both players. We're heading off into the next game.
Okay. Formal Cat, another really strong Min-Min. Probably top 3 to 5 Min-Mins in the world.
Yeah, I'd say that both Miao and Formal Cat is one of the better Min-Mins. We've actually not seen them face Phallus much as of late, but I would want to see that. Now, Carbo is reading Formal Cat very well here in the beginning, getting 3 grabs in a row. Formal Cat might be a bit kind of cold and rusty from sitting and watching this stream. But he is almost getting perfected here. At least gets 1 chip damage in, so it's not going to be perfect. But this is a tall order for him to come back from. Yeah, no, it's it's like near impossible.
Yeah, there's a little difficult there.
Okay, let's see if Formal Cat can like take a deep breath and get into this. Switch to the Hydra now. Gets a few more hits in between those. Oh, that's... Yep, that's...
Fighting for dominance there.
Yeah.
Fighting for priority. Neither of them really got it, but they each got a few good hits on him. And Carbo is just going crazy with all these grabs.
Yeah, I think... I thought that Carbo would actually punch through that rush, seeing as Formal Cat has a Hydra on one of his arms, but it seems like he was kind of positioned in a strange way. Yeah, Carbo is looking to take this like really quick 2-0 here.
Yeah. Well, look at the thing is against Max Brass, and this is kind of the trouble I had on Buster Beach is, you know, you need time to charge up your arms. Otherwise, nothing you hit Max Brass with is gonna hurt him.
Yeah.
It's not gonna stop him at all, and he can just keep going. And so, I think, you know, when he gets up that close to Formal Cat, it's just
Yeah,
Seems like he needs to.
I think Formal Cat was kind of using that rush. He he wanted to predict them, but it wasn't enough. Oh, Carbo just throwing out both punches, gets the 2-0 as well.
Yeah. Formal Cat got pretty close, but
Yeah, I think he needs to slow it down a bit, and it's just about getting in, like not letting him get into his zone. Like the way that you were playing on Cinema there was basically, it looked very much like he had no idea what he was like up against when you suddenly just kind of rushed into him and was like, okay, now I'm gonna be the one pressuring you, and he's like, it's like that. What is that? I'm not locked in here with you, you're locked in here with me kind of feeling. It's like, and he's like, takes it. I think Formal Cat has to kind of take that kind of mindset going into this. Because if you're just kind of in the back, chilling and letting Carbo do his thing, he's probably most likely gonna take the game. And I'm saying that as a commentator.
And Carbo's banning the same stuff, but I don't know what the pick is. Oh, we're going to Ribbon Ring.
Okay. Interesting.
What were you saying?
No, I was gonna say, I'm saying all of these stuff about like how Formal Cat should play. Of course, I'm only saying this as a commentator, not as a player. Like, if I was in the same situation, I would probably think about this stuff, but it's much harder to get into actual practical ways.
Right.
Alright. So whose pick was this again? It was Formal Cat's, right?
It was, yeah.
Alright.
Which I guess, yeah, he said he's pretty good on this stage.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's getting caught, but he lost.
Yeah, definitely. I think...
Oh, bad positioning there.
Yeah. It's not looking too well. Like this, Carbo is just like very good at, even though it's a big stage, he makes it feel small. In the way that he's just like,
yeah, he makes everything feel small. That's what I meant. Like, Max Brash is such a large presence, it's hard to work around him. And Formal Cat going double hydro, which is like really weird against Max Brash. I've never considered that as like a Max Brash counterpick, but it's kind of working.
Yeah. If he had gotten that rush in, I think he would have probably been in a very, very good position right now. But now he's in that rage mode, gets the grab in, and he's one punch away from a win again. Oh, there's this.
Oh, and that's all.
It's very hard to close it out against the Max Brass as well, because suddenly the dynamics change so much when he gets into rage mode. With Springman, it's like he gets getting stronger, but with Max Brass, it's like he's almost like a different character. Like the dynamics is just like a better Master Mummy, if I dare to say that. I'm sorry, Master Mummy, Master Race, Reddit. Oh, he goes for that again, like the kind of trying to predict. Yeah. Carbo is very like...
Man, all these grabs.
Yeah, confidently just like jumping in, getting
Carbo's so good at knowing when you're gonna shield.
Yeah. It's not looking good for Formal Cat. Might be the kind of sweep for Carbo in this case. He's almost looking like it's one hit away now. Ooh, so close.
Patient, just wait for one opening. I mean, all Carbo needs is just one chance, and it's over.
Yeah.
So if Formal Cat really wants to take this back, he needs to play out of his mind.
Oh, there was that was a good read.
Now he might actually do this. It's gonna be next hit. Oh, and
and he tries to grab on wake up again. That's the Achilles heel of most people facing Max Brass right now. Good game. Carbo takes out Formal Cat, and now we're just down to me and the revive. And let's see who. Yeah, we're gonna check back to the brackets, and it's gonna be Formal Cat who is crossed off the list. Now Friend still has 2 players. We still have 1 player. So we're gonna talk about and see if we could get if we're gonna use the revive or not, or if it's up to me to take this entire match back in our favor. It's like a tall order, I'd say.
So we have 2 more people to beat, counting Carbo, right? We have Carbo and one other person, and they have just one of us.
Yeah, one of us, me or another one that we could revive. So
Right.
I'm gonna jump into that VIP. And it seems like it's looking kind of unanimous in our team.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
and let's see who it's gonna be, guys. Carbo versus question mark. It's Miao. It's not
Okay.
gonna be me. So I'll play another day. I'll just sit back and enjoy the show here. Now Miao actually disconnected, but it's him, guys. It's gonna the last player for us in Fellows in Arms is gonna be Miao. So if we take a look at the bracket here for a second, let me just check that. It's gonna be Miao who is kind of revived from our team. Now, if he loses, we still lose this match and tournament. So
Yep.
Miao is playing instead of me right now. So if he loses, I still lose my life, and then we'll lose the game. So it's not like we gained an extra player again. We're just kind of switching one out with the revive function that we discussed or explained in the beginning of the game. If you're just tuning into this tournament, we're playing a 5 versus 5 crew battle, and what that means is that we send one player each into a game, and if a player wins, that player has to stay. And we've been going back and forth now the entire night, and I think now we're going through ban picks for possibly the last game of the evening, with Miao coming back now, who was kind of dominant and taking out at least 2 or 3 players of the French team.
And it looks like we are going to Ninja College for the first game.
All right, Ninja College, and I actually have to do a thing before I do that. And so, what are your thoughts about this next game? We could take that before we go into the next one. He was really
Carbo
close.
he did beat Miao, so.
But it was just 1 round away, I think. Wasn't it just
Right,
like,
and it was pretty much last hit every time. As long as Miao doesn't take him to Sky Arena, I think we should probably be okay.
Yeah. Ninja College
Not
was
sure.
right?
Yep, Ninja College.
Okay, cool. All right, we're okay. We're ready to go. Good luck to Miao and good luck to Carbo. I'm spamming my button here to show that.
Yeah,
No,
me too.
whoa. that could have been bad. Just like surprise, and then it's me all along.
We're up. Yep.
It's like
Who is actually playing?
Yeah, that would be the sickest kind of like mind game. We're picking Miao, or no, we're picking the worst player. We're like, whoa! Okay, going into this Ninja College, Miao is gonna get that first Dragon arm in.
Yeah, he has the space to get that guaranteed, luckily.
Although,
And here we go. Carbo just puts him in the corner and throws him to the actual opposite side of the entire stage.
yeah, that was very interesting. Now Carbo might actually take this very convincingly the first round. Miao is not able to get one. Oh, he gets 1 hit in at least.
Oh wow, Carbo's doing so well.
Yeah.
Oh, gets a grab. Gets his Dragon Arm back at least. He's in the corner now.
Yeah, he's 1 grab away from taking this though. Carbo
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, he is. Oh, now gets the surprise grab.
Oh,
And goes for the other grab.
it's
Okay, Carbo has his rush.
yeah.
And Miao just got his as well.
Oh, that Thunderbird could have been a very deciding factor. Now, is that? Oh, it's
Oh.
enough. Wow.
Miao closes it out.
We forgot the calculated plays from Miao just for a second
know.
there, and just like
Look at how good Miao is.
yeah, no, but just thinking like I would probably be like maybe I can't
Like,
get
oh, look for the grab.
yeah, or just like
Oh
I,
wow, nice read by Miao. Kind of something that we've been seeing Carbo do a lot is just knowing when someone's gonna shield.
yeah.
Carbo takes forward and activates his rush.
Yeah. A lot of the plays we're seeing is like more prediction instead of kind of reaction.
Right.
And the kind of the player who predicts the best is one winning, not reacting in this case.
Got Miao in the corner. Oh, okay. Miao gets out. Throws him up to the middle.
Yeah, and now Miao has the rush lead, actually.
Yeah, he does, but he's behind on health by a pretty big margin.
Oh.
Especially if these corner grabs like he's so known for doing.
Yep, and that's just one hit away. Yeah, there we go. Now both players will start with a rush in the second game. And it's going to be interesting to see. What I was going to say earlier was that I really like how Miao used that rush in the first round, and it was like kind of seeing that, oh, it's going to be enough to get him, actually.
I thought that grab might connect, but I guess it was just a little too far away.
Yeah, and he gets the follow-up grab as well.
Yeah, Miao tried to dash backwards, but
now, that's the thing you have to remember with Max Bass. When he is in that buff mode, you can't knock him down. Even though you think you can, please don't. Now Miao is
Miao
his
is-
last leg.
yep. A little behind right now.
Yeah, there it is.
And that's it.
1-0 to Carbo. And it's looking really good for the French team.
Yes, it is. If they win one more match, they have won this tournament.
Yeah. And
That classic.
and no hard feelings from us. I really like to see, like, I always love seeing high level play of ARMS, and
Yeah.
for me, I'm just like sitting here just being like, yeah, it's just always so good to see my team playing for me, and just like kind of enjoying it.
Well, as a streamer, it's exciting. As a team, it's disappointing, but it's still fun because it's always good to play against high-level people, you know?
yeah, and
And for people on stream who might have never seen this kind of play before, it's
Yeah.
also good for them.
I think another thing is also if we would lose this mini tournament or like crew battle, is that for me that makes me want to play even more. Like that makes me want to get better at this game, and hopefully, you know, kind of entice more people to play it. And then someone was writing in chat, if this was a regular event, probably there would be more teams coming out. And one of the things that we have been kind of thinking about, so we in Fellows in Arms, we don't only do these kind of events, we also have a podcast that is like every 2 weeks if we're not doing any other event. Now this event was instead of the podcast, but we do like a 1.5 hour, 2 hour podcast with Akio being regular guest on the show before the clan or the team was even a thing. And
yeah. So not to interrupt you, but we're going to DNA.
DNA Lab. I think that's the first one, right? For this, I don't think we've seen it.
The first time we've gone to DNA.
Interesting. All right. Good luck to Miao. Actually, I'm gonna keep my bias in that sentence and just good luck to Miao. Hopefully he can take it back. No, I'm kidding. Good luck to Carbo too.
Yeah, I mean at this point Carbo's gone through as many people as Miao went through.
Yeah.
Including Miao, so.
This is the first time we see Carbo with the Shilla, actually.
Yeah. We'll see if it works.
Yeah.
Miao just sticking with his guns, going with the same old combination he's comfortable with.
Yeah, it's interesting to see like why he chose the Shilla on this stage, because there has a lot of pillars. I mean, if he gets that grabs in, he can actually take away those pillars really fast, but right now, like, oh wow.
Oh, good grab. Broke the pillar by pulling him through it.
Yeah, I think that my sound was like lagging really hard there, but it's just Come on, Arms Devs, get on that. Okay, now he's in his rage mode, but now has the rush.
Ooh,
Doesn't
good
seem
job.
to want to use it. Like he wants to
He's
save
just
it.
hiding behind that pillar.
Yeah, and it's
See,
working.
this is kind of unique because Carbo kind of has a little bit more of a tough time cornering in this stage, at least while the pillars are up. Put him into a corner, but he can just hide behind that pillar, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it might have been come back into Carbo's favor that Miao was not using his rush there, because Carbo is just like getting back into this and he's almost like 1 or 2 punches away from getting it. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, if I was Miao, I'd be using my rush, just because I'd be afraid that Miao's better than me. And
yeah, he shows that we're shutting up the commentators is like the the best thing a player can do.
And now it's in his favor because Carbo has 0 rush built up, and Miao has all of it.
Yeah, it depends on how he uses it though, because if he saves it like he usually does, Carbo is just gonna get that. I think he's probably gonna wait for the Thunderbird and use it as fast as he can.
Yeah, personally I think he should use it early on in the match so he has time to build up another one. But who knows?
Yeah, it seems to be like a matter of play styles, at least when it comes to Miao. He seems to, it's like a principle thing for him.
Yeah.
Stay with that. But at the same time, when he is in that mindset of I'm gonna wait with my rush, he gets into these positions where it's just like, okay, Carbo has like a giant lead because he never used his rush.
Exactly.
And he still doesn't use
Really
it.
gets that grab. Yeah.
I think he wants to be really close to get that kind of rush up against the wall as well.
Yeah, I think at this point, if he's going to use it, he wants to make sure that it's going to end the match, so.
Yeah, and that was kind of greedy, like going for the grab there when he had the rush available.
Yeah. And is this the first game?
This is the second game, so if Carbo wins this one, he's gonna take the match and win for France.
Okay, well Miao needs to step it up.
Yeah. Come on, man. No, it's
Don't make us look.
But yeah, you were playing very well in the previous. Oh, it looks like Carbo might be closing this one out actually. And is that enough? Yeah, that is enough. All right. Okay. Good job. I'm gonna do a small clap there for France. Good job, Team France. We got knocked down, and we appreciate it because this has been a really nice ride. So we're just gonna check the bracket one last time, as you can see here, and I'm gonna cross me off the list there. Bam, and we're also crossing off the revive because France didn't even need it. They didn't even need their revive. So that is gonna be it for us today. And thank you guys for watching this. This might be a common occurrence, or we might do more of these in the future. There might be others doing this now when they've seen that you can actually have these kind of events. Hope that is what I'm hoping, at least. Anything you want to kind of say to the people in chat and everything, Akio? Except GG's.
Yeah, that's all there really is to say. GG, and hopefully, you know, we see more stuff like this, like you were saying, and we had quite a few viewers last time I saw, so this probably, you know, introduced some people to ARMS that might have never seen it before, so that's exciting. And I don't know if you want to talk about Evo Japan at all, but
yeah, if you want to, like, we want to make an announcement, or not the kind of official way, but so what we've been saying on stream before, if you guys don't know, there's a big tournament called Evo Japan, which is in the end of January next year. ARMS has been introduced to that, which has been really exciting for everyone in the ARMS community, because it'll put it on the main stage in front of so many people, especially in Japan. The plan was originally for me to go there as a Fellows in ARMS person and also a non-Japanese person to go into the tournament, but it seems like it's looking like we're gonna be a few more going there. So at least now Chanukah is in talks of getting like some sort of kind of sponsorship from his school, if I recall correctly. and
Yeah.
Formal Cat was actually in the talks of also going there, and maybe yourself as well, Akio.
Yep.
Now, Miao has said that he can't go to the Evo Japan, but if we could get him there, like if we could have some sort of like charity event or something, that would be so awesome.
Yeah.
But so look out for that, guys. And if you haven't already, you should follow the Fellows in Arms Twitter, of course. I have to plug that.
Yeah.
And because we're gonna do podcasts and events in the future as well. And I think we're in the talks of the next podcast, but I haven't announced anything yet. But please follow those accounts, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Fellows in Arms, Defur and Akio. I wanted you to say the name, but I can't mind trans. It's like a lag of mind transfer to America. Okay, see you guys next time.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, bye.
Bye bye.